Changes in the thoracic cage, the pressure changes and volume changes of the lungs during inspiration and expiration. And this is what mechanism of respiration is all about. If you look at that definition, it is holistic. Changes going on in the lung volume, pressure, and thoracic cage. Well, there are 5 steps of respiration. In fact, 5 mechanisms of breathing. There are 5 mechanisms of what? Breathing. The first one is the muscles, that is respiratory muscles, would either contract or relax. So there is contraction or relaxation of the respiratory muscles, depending on which one you are doing, whether you are taking in air or bringing out air. And this contraction and relaxation of the respiratory muscle would lead to movement of the chest wall or the thoracic what? Cavity. The motility of the chest wall is caused by contraction and relaxation of respiratory muscles. Somebody said that here. The movement of the thoracic cavity would now cause increase or decrease in the respiratory volume. Like Daniel mentioned, he experienced expansion of the lungs. That is correct, because during inspiration, the chest wall moves upwards, thereby causing the lungs to expand so that air can flow into the lungs. So the movement of the chest wall or thoracic cavity will cause either increase or decrease in lung volume. Decrease in lung volume occurs when you are doing what? When you are doing what? Bringing out carbon dioxide, or during what is it called? Expiration. Yes. All right. Now, this increase or decrease in respiratory volume will now cause either an increase or decrease in the respiratory pressures. And then finally, when all of these steps had occurred, inspiration and expiration occurs. And these are the 5 simple steps or mechanism or mechanics of breathing. We are going to look at how all of these work in synergy for every human being to be able to take in air and bring out air. But before we dive into the meat of the lecture, let's look at the muscles of respiration. Muscles of respiration. The muscles of respiration, as seen on the slide, include 1, the diaphragm. The diaphragm is the primary muscle of respiration. Diaphragm. You see this dome-shaped structure here is the diaphragm. This is the primary muscle of respiration. There are other respiratory muscles. Sorry, just a minute. Hello, sir. So I was saying that the primary muscle of respiration is the diaphragm. And then we have other accessory muscles, which include the internal and the external intercostal muscles, the scalene muscles, the sternocleidomastoid muscle, and the pectoralis major muscle. We also have other muscles which are classified under abdominal muscles, and these include the rectus abdominis, the transverse abdominis, and the external and the internal oblique muscles. All of these muscles are grouped into two types. Are you for this class? Are you for this class?
No.
You can come in.
But you can most done now.